So I'm here representing Prodways, and we're going to be talking about the LD10 and LD20 ProMaker series today, 3D printer, specifically for dental applications. But first, I'm going to introduce Prodways as a company a little bit for you, because I know a lot of people may have not have heard of Prodways. We're very, very large, and we are actually a French company that has just come over to the United States in the past roughly 4 years now, which is why probably not too many of you guys have heard of us. But we are across the entire 3D printing space as a whole. So we basically offer a complete solution from software all the way up through to the very end, which is the custom mass production of parts, in this case, dental. Quick layout of all the different things that we offer. Not all of them apply to you guys most likely, but just wanted to mention them anyway. We'll be talking about the MOVINGLight DLP printers today, but we also offer wax printers for things like jewelry. We have SLS printers for prototyping, rapid prototyping, and a number of other industries. And we also do offer our rapid additive forging technology over on the French side as well. MOVINGLight Technology, you can see our absolute aligner, our tooling guides, and then also some crown and bridge models there as well. So MOVINGLight, which I'll be getting into a little bit more about the benefits in a second, is a unique 3D printing technology that brings high productivity and high accuracy together, unlike many more standard DLP printers you'll find on the market. You can print up to 55 models in 1 hour, specifically dental aligner models. We're most commonly used for aligners, but we do also have a very, very large number of customers who are using us for crown and bridge applications, and then a number of other more niche dental applications as well. But we have roughly 200 printers. This is a slightly updated slide, to be totally honest with you, but we have more than 200 printers producing models daily across the globe right now. So this is a layout of how the technology actually works. This is what differentiates MOVINGLight technology versus a more standard DLP printer that you may see on the market. Basically, the problem with more standard DLP printers is the larger the build area, the worse the accuracy and precision is of your printer, because you have to project across the entire build plate. The way we get around that is by projecting onto a smaller business card, roughly sized slot on our build plate, and then moving the projector to keep that localized accuracy on each one of those smaller business card size slots. And the way basically that gives you increased accuracy, increased precision, and better part quality at the end of the day. And you can see the diagram there of how that works. I'm going to talk a little bit about aligner models specifically right now. So you can see there that the process goes basically, you're going to scan, or the dentist would scan the patient's mouth. You push that to your treatment planning software. You do your treatment planning, push that to the CAD software, which then gets pushed to the CAM software. We typically recommend Octon, but you can use whatever you like. I'll talk a little bit about Octon later on, because we are a reseller of that as well. That's what we typically recommend on our printers. In this case specifically, you can see the AI optimized placement, as well as hollowing on that software as well. And then you can see two examples of aligner models printed on our printers in the Plascure Model 300 and the Absolute Aligner material as well. And so this is just a representation of our post-treatment spinner. So basically what we do is we put the model in a centrifuge after the print when it's still a little bit goopy and wet, and then that's pre-cure as well. And we just spin it for roughly about 5 minutes, sometimes less, depending on how much of a finish you want on it. And that gives it that clear, smooth finish on the outside, which increases the quality of the clear aligner. And of course, you don't have to do that for more standard dental models or crown and bridge models. You would not need to do that spinning process, and you would just clean it with IPA, which is on that left side there. And note, this is also just the absolute aligner material, not the crown and bridge model material, Model 320. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about Octon. So Octon is just a dental software tool that helps with automation and placement of your parts on the build plate using AI, which is very, very convenient because if you are placing models all day long, you know that 90% of the work is just getting it all placed onto the build plate. So it helps you all the way through from order to preparing the model, to scheduling it, to monitoring it, analyzing it, and then tracing it after the fact as well. So if anything ever happened, you know exactly what batch that model was in, when it was printed, who printed it, what printer it was on. And we do also have monitoring software with a webcam as well on our printer, very similar to the DGSHAPE mentioned earlier, where you can tap in via the internet and just see the status of all the different printers and what's going on. So if anything happens overnight or something like that, you know exactly what's happening. Just a little bit more. Helps you with importing and healing your CAD files. It helps you with part orientation automatically. So it will automatically orient the part on the build plate so that you don't have to do that yourself. Helps with avoiding hard to reach support areas. Octon also will do hollowing automatically on your parts. You can have multiple different settings for specific kinds of parts if you want to do aligners for one thing, or you want to have a front and bridge setting for another kind of part. Octon will automatically recognize the different part files, different types of part files, and apply those settings that you previously saved. Part labeling is well another really big one. So you can track the part all the way through your process, whether you're making aligners or you just don't want to lose track. It'd be a shame when because one of those things that comes with having a larger build area is you're going to have more parts on there. They're easier to lose. So labeling is a very important part of that. Automatically generation of supports. And those obviously vary depending on what kind of part you are making, and it has support software for all those things. And like I said earlier, the AI generated nesting helps you put up to 20% more parts per build, which Jack will talk a little bit about later on with his slides. That's everything from me.